this is, right? We'll find out in a minute. I just really like Darren Chow-Joyce's work, for one. That's good. I love this AI stuff he's doing with it. Let's see if this one has sound. Yeah, sounds good. Sirius 5. Earth territory. What story is this? I really don't know. 2540 AD. Right, it certainly didn't look like that.
We cannot be aggressors, but if they should fire...
Oh, this just gets better and better and better, doesn't it? Look at it.
The first shot, it's a different matter.
I have no clue what story this is. Looks pretty darn good, let me tell you.
Incoming. 3 dragons. 7 o'clock. Shots fired.
I mean, this is very good at telling a story, isn't it? It's one of the best things I've seen in this.
Ship's compromised. Sharpest maneuver required.
Can't wait till I find out what story it is. I'm intrigued.
40,000 feet. 50,000 feet.
Who are they fighting? That's my question. Is it Draconians? Oh yeah, there you go. So it must be not War in Space. That's what the what's the game called? Where the Daleks show up at the end. Oh, I can't remember. I can't. Make me crazy with it until I can't remember the name of the bloody story. I really like the story as well. I can't wait to see what they do with the Ograms. They called it the Space War. That's what it was, the Space War. I'm looking at the website right.
Prepare to enter hyperspace in 3, 2,
1. This, I mean, I'm sorry. This is just just breathtakingly outstanding, right? It really genuinely is. Here, one second, I'm looking up. Third Doctor episode guy. What was it? Season 9? Frontier? Is it Frontier in Space? It was something in space. I think it was Frontier in Space. So it wasn't Prison in Space. No, that's Tom Baker. Green Dead Planet. Yeah, Frontier in Space. There you go, Frontier in Space. I like the way they got the design of the ship. Well, that's right.
1.
Look at that, awesome. South Bank action.
This is what I say to the people of Earth. I put my trust in war. Humans cannot be trusted. They cannot even stay within the boundaries
Again, the storytelling in this is excellent.
Themselves define. They raid our common vessels and pillage the outer frontier planets of our empire. Humans deserve nothing but our wrath.
Okay, listen. I like the original one. This was pretty darn cool. I should like contrast it to the original version. I like the reimagined one. Yeah, he gets the design just right. I mean, this has to be the most legit use of AI. It's original artists using it to make original art. Is that like Mickey Mouse's planet? They got so much more range of movement now than they did like a month ago. I love it. Give a bit of Planet 8's music for the Ogrons. I like it. But only the Kings have the little big.
We don't believe the earth, man. Or you.
Yeah, I want to see this version of Frontier in Space. I like as also how the costumes are reminiscent of the original costumes. Did he have that spacesuit in the original one, or are they go riffing on the David Tennant spacesuits? Modern Who always use the same spacesuits, which I actually really like. They did that. Ape, let's go with Ape. Again, I will point out that Planet of the Apes is the only franchise I can think of that has been consistently good. Only one misstep, the Tim Burton one. And here comes the darling. Man, Terry Nason is like, if he could watch this, he'll be like so happy. This is so Terry Nason. This is what I've been saying about AI right from the beginning. It's a tool. It's a tool with which to make art. I mean, again, Daryl Joyce, you are just knocking this one out the park. Again, they should be doing Doctor Who like this for TikTok. Or like, not maybe. I'm saying with that, like. Oh no! It's gonna be horror bankrupting. Oh no! Love it. Yeah, I love horror fan work. I really love horror fan work. I wish I could redo the new effects, and because here's the only thing they got wrong with the new effects is that you had this wonderful Swarfiga texture to the Rutan in the original one, right? And it's not there, right? It's not there, which I think they should have really kept that texture, right? Yeah, is anyone here? Let's have a quick look, and then we'll get to the chat. I guess we go to episode 4 where he chats with Tom Baker. Oh man, I love this story so much. All right, and it's so much better than everything else in season 15. It really is. But yeah, I love this story so much here. So here, let's look at the new effects first. Do the original effects one anywhere? Oh, I don't think I have the original effects. You know what I'll do? I'll look on the cancel. I'll look on the YouTubes. I'll go horror of Fang Rock. New effects comparison. There you go. That will go. I knew there'll be one. Oh, lovely. There you go. Doink, download. And then we'll get to the chat. Here it comes. Walking down the street. Where'd it go? Started downloading, then it vanished. Then it started downloading again. That's 75%. Okay, now it says it's done. It's just trying to confuse me at this point. It's not hard to do, baby. It's not hard to do. Doink. Now, a lot of the new effects are very good. Yeah, like that's what I think that really works out a lot better. There's certainly the boat's better. Yeah. Kind of worth it. Don't get me wrong. You know, they did their best in 77, but this is much better. Yeah, this is quite good. It turns into the. And they kind of get the right colours there. So yeah, they lost that Swarfiga kind of like look to it, and they got much better. Here, yeah, you see? It's so much better in 77. Why can't they give it that texture? Was it too expensive, too time consuming?
Is of no value to you?
The planet is obscure.
And as it died, it actually got more, more disgusting. That's where it already died. Yeah. As it's dying, right? Yeah, look at it. Why not give it that texture, right? Because I like the 2024 design, but just give it that kind of icky texture. That's what it is. But man, I love Horror Fang Rock. Oh, it's so good. So Doctor Who is on its ass, right? Doctor is just it is dying. So the reason Doctor Who is dying is because. Well, for the simple reason it's woke. Well, for a much more complex reason is that it's woke and it only appeals to woke people, and there aren't many woke people, all right? And they only like it because it's woke. They don't like it because it's good. So, again, the problem is that Doctor Who hasn't brought in any new fans that aren't massive weirdos over the last 7 years, because the last 7 years have been for massive weirdos and only massive weirdos. And now we're looking at the legacy of that. Why current Doctor Who is losing public favor, what the data reveals. Again, because this iteration is queer, and people are sick to death with being screamed at about queerness, especially transness, right? Yes, trans people exist. That stupid straw man of, what, you just hate trans people? No, I just hate them constantly in my fucking face. Right? Maybe, again, I think people will say the same about rabbis. If they had to have a rabbi in every fucking show, right? And you go, what? Why is there a rabbi everywhere? Yeah, what? You don't like rabbis? You're a racist? Oh, you're a Nazi? No. Like, what? Why? Yeah, that's really it. Constantly. Now, added to that, I find cross-dressing morally wrong, right? So that's not something that's not behavior I particularly like. I won't stop somebody doing it because I don't want to impose my morality on them, right? You live your life, right? But I wouldn't also introduce it to my children or the society I live in, and they really wouldn't be, or my grandchildren, and they really wouldn't be that interested in me doing that. Mark Strong as a master is also very good. By the way, sorry, so I got distracted. So, yeah, I mean, that's why it's not successful. And then you had the Jody Who beforehand, which was, again, it trained people that Doctor Who was woke shit. That's really all it did. It never really worked. Nobody really liked it. It was on in the background, right? The merchandise it was on is in its arse. Same now. There's nothing going on. You know, I'll tell you, right? I don't know. This week marked 20 years since Doctor Who returned to our screen in 2005. And oh boy, have things changed since then. As a statistics nerd, I was curious to see how the show's is currently perceived with hard data, especially with such a milestone being reached. Conveniently, YouGov released a poll to market the anniversary. That is convenient, offering some rather eye-opening insights at how the UK public feels about Doctor Who right now. They don't give two shits about it. They don't think about it. Because this is a YouGov poll, they're serving a broad cross-section of the UK population. The results are as reliable as a snapshot of mainstream opinion. And unfortunately, the results are not flattering. Well, the results are exactly what I said they are, right? And I been gaslight. We've all been gaslit for years. That no, it's doing great. For a series that spanned over 6 decades, this is just Doctor Who is now more of a niche interest than the cultural pillar it once was. I think it's much more niche than it was in the mid to late 80s. According to a survey, 26% of adults said they had never seen either version of the show. That's still 74% saying they have seen it. It's massive. Not the classic run from 63-99 and not the revival since 2005. Among the 18 to 24-year-olds, that figure jumps to a staggering 39%. That's bad, right? 18 to 39-year-olds, right? That's people that they were, was it 11 to 17-year-olds? If over the last, that's when the era of woke started, right? And of course, they're not going to tune in to Jodie fucking Who. Right? Of course, they're like, what? Yeah, why would they want to? It's a shit show that looked down its nose at you. Amazingly, it didn't do well. In spite of Russell Davies' assurances, struggling to connect to younger, the show is, in spite of his assurances, struggling to connect with younger generations. Yes, he was lying. I looked at the actual numbers. Right? It did like marginally better than Under Chibnall, right? It was like the rate of decline was slightly less or something. It was nothing, right? It was really not. It was just a lie because it failed totally, right? It didn't work in any way, shape, or form. And again, the thing that makes me so mad is, Russell Davies. Well, one thing that came on board with the remit of connecting to a younger audience, and he just did it wrong, right? It's stupid twat that he is. He dumbed down the show, right, which is genuinely moving away from his core USP, right, unique selling point, right? He dumbed down the show to appeal to a TikTok generation, and again, that's a dumb idea. What he should have done is this, and I was saying this about on Dan's show last night. To use social media to bring kids into a franchise, you got to put something on their platform that they would watch. Like, you can put in a 1 minute, a weekly 1 minute segments of a story, like made specifically for social media, like made specifically for Instagram and TikTok, right? Where people like to consume it, or like 2-3 minutes long, like Night of the Doctor, but make it specifically for that platform, right? For that medium. and use that as a hook to bring people to see the actual show. Right? You want to see this? Click here. That's the way to do it. Right? Not dumb down the show, which is what he did massively. Dumb down and queer up. Right? That's how he's approached this idiotic reboot. Right? And I'm going to call it a reboot because, oh God. So no surprise that is doing what badly with younger audiences. Even among those who have watched Doctor Who, the level of enthusiasm is underwhelming. 20% said they prefer the classic series, while just 15% favoured the current version. Another 10% said they liked them both the same, but 20% said they didn't like either. So does this add up? 20, 35, 45, 65. On top of that, that's 74%. Oh, yeah, this is the people who didn't. This is a breakdown, right? There's 74% of people who had seen it. Wow. So, only 50% like the current version. That's a really low number. What we're looking at. So what does this mean? Looking at the age breakdown, older generation who likely grew up remember watching the series are surprisingly more loyal to the classic era. Yeah, and again, it was people like us, right, who would say, who I was excited to watch it with my kids, right? It doesn't have much time to turn itself around before it's maybe, I don't know. I still think it can come back, but that's me for you. I'm an optimist. Among the over 65, 34% the original, while only 4% like the current version. And the 50 to 64 age group is a similar trend, 32% for classic, 10% for current. Younger viewers are more inclined to favor the revival era. Well, that makes sense, particularly those who grew up with it. But even in the most supported group, 18 to 24-year-olds, right, only 26 of them presented the modern version. 11 to 17-year-olds since Jodie. They were 11 when Jodie started. That number drops to 22% amongst 25 to 49-year-olds, which is concerning, as this group is arguably the core audience. Yeah, because for them, I think Doctor Who's over, like the Marvel movies. It's over, right? I think if it was on and it was good and it was, a white straight male Doctor Who, right? I think that'll bring a lot of people back. It's concerning the engagement that the particular core audience. The current series should be engaging the most. In short, enthusiasm for modern Doctor Who isn't particularly strong, even amongst those who are most invested in it. And look, I used to love modern Doctor Who, right? I wouldn't even consider watching Russell Davies era one now, right? Well, still, the younger respondent. The younger respondent, the more likely they are to never seen Doctor Who at all. Nearly 40% of the 18 to 24s and 31% of the 25s to 49s have said they've never watched either show, compared to just 15% of the exactly. It's because they made it shit. It's not hard to understand. It's weird. We just made the show utterly shit, and people stopped watching it. I don't know. Why would that be? And this is not about the general preferences. General apathy cuts across the board. Around 22% of every age group doesn't like either version, and don't know responses between 8 and 12%. That suggests a consistent level of disinterest amongst the wider public. Yes, not just the younger viewers, but across all demographics. Yet no one's interested in your woke shit. What a shocker! Right? Has anybody said that this is going to happen? And again, the state of Britain right now was predicted by people like me 10 years ago, right? And as a reaction to people like me, Doctor Who made the Zygon invasion and the Zygon inversion saying, no! Everyone will come around everyone come around to Western Valleys when you make a nice speech. It's not like that. It's such a disrespect for other cultures. Right? At least I'm saying older ones are keeping the flame of the classic series alive. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The current year has some support amongst younger viewers, but that is relatively soft. Amongst older viewers, support for the new era is virtually non-existent. Most concerning of all, youngest adults are the most disengaged altogether. Of course, again, for the last 7 years, it's been a shit show that nobody wants to watch. And if there's one thing this franchise needs to stay relevant, it is so dated right now. Again, it's so dated with Russell's queer Doctor Who, right? It would have been relevant in 2019. They balls this one up totally. None of this is entirely shocking, given that Doctor Who's most recent run with Ncuti Gatwa did not exactly light up the ratings. Oh, the ratings don't matter. No, but all this stuff does. The ratings are indicative of everything else that's going on. And even Russell even acknowledges the problems. While some fans like the current iteration, look, do they like it or do they not want to not like it? Which is, I think that's more likely, right? Yeah, I think it's more like they don't want to not like it, and they look for things like Star Beast. There was a lot of those good things. Like for me, it was tainted by the queer ideology, frankly, right? And I look again, the Star Beast was done very well, right? The beat the meat, right? Didn't really help. Once you put a bit of like completely disgusting ideology into something, it makes the whole thing disgusting to me. And Gatwa's second season is on the way very soon. There's still hope the show might find a spark again. I do think this second season is going to be better, but I also think it's going to fail completely. Right? The problem. I said this about the Jodie era as well, and I was right. The Flux season and the specials was the best she did. Power of the Doctor was the best thing that she did, right? Mainly because she wasn't in it that much. But there was a lot good. I like the Rasputin scene, right? If current Doctor is going to continue, this poll makes one thing clear. It needs to reconnect with the old and new fans alike and fast. Exactly. Maybe having disdain for your audience wasn't such a great idea. Right, and this is where it comes from. Anyway, here. So this is why I'm not particularly helpful. We looked at this last night, but here there's a clip from the second episode, and it's so gay. It's so gay.
And Chandra, this is the fun bit, honey.
See, I just think that's very licentious, right, and frivolous, right. And he doesn't strike me as having any wisdom, because he doesn't. Ncuti Gatwa can only play Ncuti Gatwa, and Ncuti Gatwa's not a smart guy. And he's not a wise person. He's a giggling buffoon who likes to dress up and suck dick, right? That's essentially who he is, right? And that's how he plays the Doctor, as a giggling buffoon who likes to dress up and suck dick. I don't think the Doctor's very well served as a character by being a giggling buffoon who likes to dress up and suck dick. May I demonstrate?
The clothes.
I just find this embarrassing.
It helps if you're on.
I'm going, I wouldn't want to be near this guy. Fuck. Oh, can I go to the little console room now? The nice one.
Get in there!
Was that CGI, you think, the door opening? I think it probably was. She looks great. He looks great. Yeah. He's like the companion. Like, he's a buffoon. He's like, honey, who talks like this? I don't know. He's a giggling buffoon who likes to suck dick. I mean, like, that's not Doctor Who.
Well, I'm about
this bit I like.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, a little bit queer is maybe too much. Right? Maybe too much. Anyway. When we're looking at next, hang on. Actually, you know what? When my internet went down just now, I actually got some really, really good news. There's this thing in Judaism where it's really terrible. Actually, like to receive a Jewish divorce, the woman has to be passive and the male has to like hand this scroll to her or like commission. But a man can, like, if a man doesn't do it, he can go off and marry somebody else, and she's kind of stuck, right? She can't be with anyone else. So you have these people who are like stuck in limbo. Now, what's supposed to happen is the rabbis are supposed to get together and beat the shit out of anybody who refuses to give a divorce to their wife while leaving them. So that we've had a friend who's been in this divorce for years and years and years, and been trapped in this limbo. And I just found out it went through when the internet went down. So for me, I'm really happy. So for me, it really worked out well. I was very, very, happy to hear that. That's for me, good news, right? Good news. I still think that she nicked that outfit from Olivia Newton-John, says Colin Archer. And look, the villain looks good. But people are not interested in queer Doctor Who. I'm sorry that upset so many people, but people are just not interested in queer Doctor Who. Oh my God, the 20 worst episodes. Well, that Rogue is number 20. It's I think it's doing quite well. Doctor Who rule. No, again, tongue kissing, like gay tongue kissing in with Doctor Who. That always is worse than just a crap episode. Empire Death is worse than Rogue. Rogue Monument. Oh no, Ghost Monument. I think is what Ghost Monument. I'll put at the bottom. Once Upon a Time goes below Ghost Monument. Survivors of the Flux goes. I don't know. I mean, Empire Death really goes high up because it was so disappointing. Love and Monsters. That bullshit. That's great. Forest of the Night, yeah, okay, they might have a point there. Can you hear me? No, the Vanquishers, okay, the top 10. Will it be anybody other than Jodie and Ncuti? I don't know. Can you hear me? The Vanquishers, I don't even remember what that was. Space Babies, oh, Timeless Children, and that's only number 8. How do you get worse than that? Praxius? Arachnids in your cake? Well, that's how you do it. Fear Her, oh, come on, Fear Her isn't anywhere near as bad as any of these. Sarunga Conundrum, Battle of Runxor of Colossus, that was awful. Legend of the Sea Devils and Orphan 55 is the worst ever. Yes, I agree with that completely. That is a very, very, very fair ranking. Here, there's another trailer just came out. And again, I think it's an excellent trailer. The problem is what's going to happen when somebody actually sees it, right? Tank Ferret is here. Oh, you want to watch out for a Tank Ferret. Yeah, everybody has to. You should tie up the bottoms of your trousers. That's what you do when you have a tank ferret, baby. I know. I've got 2 sons in tanks. New trailer. Here we go. Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm very happy. Now, I do not like his haircut in that first episode. Although I do like the whole robot revolution thing. I think that again, there's a lot that looks good about it.
And I met something. I've never been so scared in my life.
So one of the rumors, we're going to look at the Reddit rumors in a minute, is it's going to be the return of the entity from what's the name of the bloody episode? Not Listen. Midnight. Okay. Which I think is a bad idea.
Our entire reality is in danger.
Now that's probably the I think that's the villain from episode 1. Hey, look, it looks like a good villain.
Do you think you could stop it?
He cannot.
I don't think he can.
No one can. Run! What are you?
Again, in terms of a trailer, I think that's a very effective trailer. I do, right? I do. It's let's watch it again.
And I met something. I've never been so scared in my life.
Yeah, here's the thing: you make the Doctor too vulnerable. Look, where it would sorry, I just got distracted on Dan in the chat saying it would take a lot for Verada Series to pee me off. I know, but I don't. I think if this goes badly, it wouldn't take that much for her to piss on you. I think $200 will do the trick. If you're into that kind of thing, man. If you're into that kind of thing, again, the marketing's been marketing's been very good. I don't know. Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
Our entire reality is in danger.
Yeah, I think that's the basic. There's a lot of strength to this season for several reasons. There's much more about story and character than the last one was. Last year was sold on feelings. This is being sold on story and character. Now, I want to be clear. I don't think they're going to deliver on the strength of everything we've seen thus far. I just don't think they're going to deliver. And I think people are I think being drawn in by this marketing, and for good reason. It's very good. Again, I want to be clear. This marketing has been very good. That's why it's been consistent. It's been clear. And it's had a message. That's what I'm saying. Having a season arc just gives it more of a. The last one had a season arc. It was just shit. But again, marketing is selling something. Marketing is how you sell it, and they're selling it on. They're selling it on. Last year they sold it on feelings. This year they're selling it on story and character. Will it work? I don't know. But again, the trouble is, eventually you have to people get to see what you put out. I mean, look, Snow White. One of the biggest problems they had is people eventually saw it and they went, holy shit, right? But, again, this is doing well in not making Ncuti look relentlessly queer.
Do you think you could...
Who's in the little red face? Veronica Caesar looks very good. Who is that, you think? I don't know. Does look a bit like Captain Jack, but it's not.
Do you think you could stop it?
He cannot. No one can.
I am getting a bit sick of this thing, though, which we see all the time. I'm getting a little bit sick of that. And it's like, okay, whatever.
Run! What are you?
Yeah, okay. While I think this belays Shooter's unbelievable lack of talent, right? His scared face, right? Again, Ncuti being constantly crying and scared isn't heroic. I wish you would understand that, right? It's just not heroic. This trailer does a good job on selling you that this is going to be an entertaining experience. That's the function of marketing, right? That's the function of marketing, and it's doing it really well. But then, that's just getting somebody in the door. What happens when they're in the door and they see you full of shit, right? They see you fingering your own arsehole, whatever weird fucking shit you're going to be doing. Oy vey. I mean, we saw you giddily dancing around about getting period clothes on. Oh, God. It's just so not the Doctor. Oh, in so many ways. See, that's it. Reality versus marketing. The reality is hey, there's going to be a lot of queer shit. And it does look to me, it's going to be a lot of queer shit. It really does. So they had the premiere, and we got a little video from that. Downloads. Where is it? Premiere.
Doctor Who Season 2 premiere?
And we're about to...
He has no gravitas whatsoever. Oh, before we do, let's look at him. What a twat he looked like. Yeah, but man, let's go back over here. Look at some marketing images again, which I think have been excellent. All right, this one, Get Her Home. Right, that's a good. It gives you it's being sold on story, not feels, right? And I think that's better. The trouble is, it's just feels, but I think that was good. This one, I don't know, a bit too much shooting it for me. I do not like the pink logo. Don't like it at all. Yeah, but they were at the premiere, and we had pictures taken, and here we go, doink. Millie Gibson, look, she's not just hot. She looks classy, okay? Millie Gibson looks she wouldn't be a hooker, right? Veronica Caesar looks like she'll be a great hooker, right? That's the difference. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a feeling Billy Gibson may be able to be talked into something. But they both look, apart from Ncuti Gatwa, who looks like a complete tit, as always. Hi, I'm Ncuti Gatwa, and I'm a total tit. I'm glad you're getting in like a Doctor Who kind of costume now, but like, why is it now? And like, why do you look like a tit? For fuck's sake. Like, why do you constantly look like a fucking tit? Oh, God. What's with the string? Like, are you wearing a polo neck underneath your shirt and the cuffs are over the jacket? And you just look like a tit with a giant flower. You look like a fucking twat. Can you just be a normal guy once and you're fucking like, no, I can't do that. No, not allowed. Are you sure? How about not being a twat? Could you not be a twat? Maybe, you think? No? You're pretty much stuck on this twat thing, aren't you? You really want to be a bit of a twat. I mean, again, Zoolander becomes Doctor Who. What a bummer. All right, and it is a bummer. Oh, 1 second. See, here. This picture of Tom Baker. Let me pull this up. Particularly this one. Here, 1 second. So this was me, right? This happened to me. Tom Baker in full costume, right? Oh, come back. At a children's bookstore in the early 70s or mid 70s, I think it probably was. That was totally me, right? And that's what it was like. It was like meeting Doctor Who. It was wild and wonderful, right? It was fantastic. And apparently he's still doing the same thing now. God bless him, right? God bless Tom Baker, right? Again, and he's dressed like Doctor Who. He's not dressed like a fucking tit. You dress like a tit. But I do like Verona Thisu looking reasonably slutty there, right? I know the slutty thing kind of works for her, right? Good for you, Verona. And again, Ncuti, you just look like someone just came in your mouth, right? You got that kind of smile, right? That kind of like, yep. Russell's happy, smile. Again, Millie Gibson looks fantastic, and thank God you escaped from this shit show, darling. I am so happy for you. Free at last. Away from this. Hi, I'm a tit. My name's Doctor Who, and I'm a tit. You are a tit. For fuck's sake, mate. Be fucking normal for 10 fucking seconds. No. Oh, I'm so sick of it.
The first episode. It's such a special evening. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, I can't stand up here.
This is the launch of season 2.
Yeah. It must be actually hard for him because he knows it's going to be a shitstorm, right? He knows it's going to crash and burn horribly, right? And he really does know, because I just don't think there's any unwokifying that. That plastic fowl, if the plastic fowl, please be an Alton plot, right? And like smother his face with, I don't know, plastic cum, like they did in the Terror of the Altons.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here. I love this whole program.
I'm sure you do, but like, I go back to it. I'm sure you do, but you just came in at the wrong time. Again, there's pictures of him in the elevator, the Empire State Building. Oh God, can I give it a miss? No, I don't want to know. What was he doing? I don't want to know. Can't say I look pretty like anything they're wearing. Again, I like if a hooker showed up at my bedroom, right, in a hotel, dressed as rather see-through, I'll be like, yeah, okay. All right, I'll be, yeah. Knock, knock. Here, 1 sec. And remove. Yeah, if she knocks at your door after, calling up an escort agency, you'll be very happy with that. I would. Or more likely Ncuti will show up. All right. But yeah, I like that she looks reasonably slutty.
So exciting to be at the premiere. So excited to
that's Dr. Ruth. And this is what's her name? What's her name? Gomez, Missy.
excited to release it into the world and to see it as well.
Very, very excited.
Jesus, really? Like, are you sick of everybody saying they're just ticking boxes? No, Doctor Who isn't ticking boxes. Here, just see one of our wonderful guest casts. They're certainly not ticking boxes.
Very, very excited. It's a childhood dream of mine. I watch it growing up. It's like a big part of my family. And so to be asked to do this show, it's like the inner child in me is screaming.
Tell you. I wish the inner child had a bit of diction.
I'm so excited to see the work.
Look, I'm sure she's a lovely woman, Jenna Warrior, but she's dull as fucking ditchwater.
It was filmed last year.
And you put Brian May in anything, I'm happy, right? Brian May's like, yeah, okay, no problem. I love that they both grow old together. They're such a lovely couple. They really are.
8 months of graft.
Yeah, I haven't been able to stop smiling.
What, you had a job, and that must have been hard for you. Yeah, he's used to being an extra. Yeah, the weak point in the marketing is Ncuti Gatwa. The weak point in everything. Oh, he just says. Anyway, let us look at some of the Reddit rumors. Let me pull them up. Doink. By the way, the story is that apparently the TARDIS set hasn't been struck. It's still up, right? I really thought it had been struck, but apparently people have been going on tours of Cardiff and say, nope, still there, 100% still there. So there you go. I one of the things I was right. Look, everybody looks for a confirmation bias, right? Everybody wants to be proved right. I hear that, but just it wasn't. Happened to not be the case. Okay, episode 1 will feature the reveal that Belinda's childhood boyfriend gifted her a star when they were younger. That sounds entirely real. Which is where Belinda and the Doctor will be visiting the robot revolution. That sounds the robot revolution. That sounds totally real, right? Totally. I believe that rumor, and I think actually that one, all these ones come from the same guy that did the 60th anniversary rumors that spoiled about By Generation and all that nonsense. Episode 3 will be a sequel to series 4 episode Midnight. The second series 4 episode Midnight. At the end of episode 6, it will be revealed that Mrs. Flood is a bi-generated version of the Rani. Rani? Flood, rain, Rani? What? I mean, yeah, I guess so. But, okay, again, this isn't Doctor. This is, just its own different thing. The original version of the Rani will be played by a younger Asian actress who will appear riding on a horseback at the start of episode 7. Did we see that I will look at the other trailer in a minute. Mrs. Flood will mention Omega in some capacity, whether he actually appears is currently unknown. Sounds like, if they do the same thing last year, they'll do it the same. Susan will be in the finale. Yeah, but are they talking about Susan Twist or Susan Foreman? Right? And Ncuti won't be returning for a third season. Well, what a shock. That's like that. I think we all knew, right? I think it's something we all knew. Should we look at the... We've got quite a few things to look at. We'll go over here. Now I've lost my place. Where's the... I lost my window, I should say. Where is... Oh, here it is. Doink. We have... should we look at the Guardian article? God help us. How long is it? That's the first question. Fine. Yeah. This is doable. Because, it's like... here's the thing. Now, recovering addicts know this, which there are a lot of in Hollywood. But you've got to touch bottom before you can start to recover. What is touching bottom going to be? Well, for Ncuti Gatwa, I think it's probably touching bottom. No, for Disney. What will touching bottom look like for Disney? Right? I don't know. Debbie Strawberry. Hey, Debbie. Thank you for joining us. Woke criticism of Doctor Who proves show's on the right track, says its newest star. Then you're a fucking moron, darling. Right? You are a... Oh, she was speaking out about this. Somebody sent me this video so I can download it. You're a fucking moron. Oh, here we go. I can download it. I mean, like again, how's Snow White doing, honey? Has that worked out well? It's a massive flop, right? It's a massive, massive flop. And you look like a moron. This religion they've got, this weirdo religion. I just don't understand it for this. They're all crazy. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Here's Verada being an arsehole previously.
Like getting to play queer characters in Star Wars. And
again, nobody should care, right? Look, it's not that Indiana Jones was heterosexual, right? Yeah, they had what's the name? Kate Capshaw, love interest, and all that. But that's because like heroes like kiss girls, right? To a 6 to 8 year old boy, heroes kiss girls, and that's what it was for. Right, but there wasn't an exploration of his sexuality other than he was in the 97% of humanity that's straight, right? But they didn't need to explore it, right? The trouble is, whenever you do queer sexuality, you always have to explore it, right? It can't just be there. You need to explain it. Why? Because it's a tiny fucking minority. It's always making a statement.
Seeing the impact that Vel and Cinta had on queer Star Wars fans, I feel honored because representation is important.
No, it's not. It's evil. It's stupid. It's racist. And it's destroy culture. Other than that, it's fine.
And we're in a world, unfortunately, where in a lot of places, or in most places, you get discriminated against for being who they are, for something.
No, you don't. No, you don't. If you say you're especially not in England, if you say in America that you're a woman in a man's body, you're not discriminated against. You just don't. That doesn't give you the right to invade female spaces. And that's really it. No one's saying you can't say you're a woman. You know, you can't with a penis. You can't say that. It's just that nobody else believes you. Okay, a very limited bit, and it's not bigotry. We just think you're bonkers. It's not bigotry to say I don't think the Earth's flat, right? Most people who TQIA don't believe in Christianity or the divinity of Christ, do they? They're not denying the reality or oppressing Christians by doing that. I mean, they do every way they can. If I may quote Nigel Farage, we don't care about your sexuality. In fact, we'd rather not know. Exactly.
As arbitrary as their sexuality. And
arbitrary. Then why are you constantly rubbing it in your face and not in a good way?
To be able to play them in a world where there isn't that. The other team members don't really think anything.
Yeah, this was some of the boring shit they should have cut out.
Of it, and that's how it should be, in the same way that you would if it were a straight relationship. I hope that the queer Star Wars fans that are watching feel seen. That's the most important.
Oh, fuck off with fucking being seen. Not everybody needs to be seen all the fucking time. In fact, I would say the biggest reason for a pushback against the queer world is being seen too fucking much, right? Am I saying go back in the closet? No. Go back to 2005, right? Go back to 2005, 2010, when everything was normal. When you could be gay and nobody gave a shit, right? Whatever you wanted to be. That's what I'm saying.
Because you should be able to see yourself in media, in the world, because you exist.
Yeah, no, actually, you exist, but you're also delusional. Like the flat earthers, they're delusional. Oh, so fuck off, Veranda. I understand you're an idiot actor just trying to get work. I get it. But you're still an idiot actor. Oh my God, these people are such morons. Again, why don't they just hire me as a media advisor? I'll say, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. No. So yeah, again, no. Everybody hates woke. And they hate it more now than they did when you filmed it. Everybody hates woke, right? Everybody hates it. The only people who don't hate it, people go, woke, whatever that means. Yeah, no, everybody hates woke. Varada Silva joining Doctor Who series as latest companion, marking first time team is Holy People of Colour. I know, and that's why you were hired. And that's why Millie Gibson was fired. Also, too white, too straight. That simple. Prisoner Doctor Who has become too woke. Prove the series is doing the right thing by being inclusive. It's new stars. You're not being inclusive, right? Woke isn't inclusive. Woke is exclusive, right? It forces people away. May I give an example? You know, it's very important that you had Yasmin Finney as the savior of the universe. That's pretty fucking woke, right? That's pretty fucking woke. Having Doctor Who being very, very queer, that's pretty fucking woke, right? That is very, 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 very woke. You know, now, you've certainly encouraged more queer people to come watch, right? But you've excluded people like me who believe in God, right? And there's a lot more of us than you, right? Let's say you're Christian. Like most Christians I know will not watch Doctor Who anymore. Like Ian, Mega Geek, he won't watch. He's like, nah, not watching it. Sick shit. And okay, it's platforming ideology which is antithetical to his worldview, right? I that's essentially what's going on with Doctor Who, right? That which is why it's not fun for me either. And again, the marketing's been great. It has been great, and if they deliver what they're selling, it'll be great, maybe. But I don't see them delivering that, especially with her saying stupid stuff like this. You dumb God. Season plays the Doctor's latest companion, Belinda Chandra, in the new episodes airing next month, with Ncuti Gatwa returning as a Doctor. Pairing marks the first time the title scene will be comprised of solely people of colour. Again, it shouldn't really matter. Speaking about the milestone, it's not a milestone. Seems all the rage times. Shooter was like, look at us, we get to be in TARDIS, we're going to piss off so many people. Here's the thing, Shooty. No one cares about your skin color. No one's offended that you're black or gay. No one's enraged by it. That's a straw man you live behind because you do so much weird fucking shit constantly. Like, you're constantly hyper fucking sexual. Right here. May I give you an example, Shooty? And again, Shooty can only play Fuck Bunny. Right? Like literally that's all he's got. He can only play horny Fuck Bunny. Right? Which I don't know, seems a bit limited to me. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Doing play. Yeah, this being awful has nothing to do with you being black or gay.
I'll tell you what, when we both...
Frankly, it's to do with you inserting being gay, in anything you fucking can, but also in the character of Doctor Who.
Get out of this. Let's argue across the stars.
Everything's about wanting to fuck with Shooty. Everything is about wanting to fucking fuck. Everything.
I like that.
But I like it more if you stick your finger up my ass. I can stick my finger up your ass. Again, normal Doctor Who stuff. Again, if you want to have a queer sci-fi show, have one. But this, you're not getting the pushback because you're black, you dumb cunt. You're getting pushback because this queer shit and people are just fucked off with it. People are done with it constantly. Oh, I'm homosexual. That's impressive. There you go. Okay, fine. Sometimes I like to come in my mouth. Okay, well, good for you. I don't give a shit. You're not pissing anybody off by not being white, right? You're pissing people off by being a cunt. By being a preening, self-absorbed cunt. Oh, you straw man. At the time, representing cast of sci-fi is prompting toxicity online. No, it's fucking not. People just say this is shit. Who wrote this shit? By Nadia Cometh of the... Let's see what else she writes. Toxicity online. Lying fucking cunt. Tax cuts 7% of workforce in effort to reduce funding deficit pandemic. Blimey, it's been a lot. Okay. This doesn't look like somebody I'll particularly. Oh, yeah, let's have a look at Twitter. Trump. Following us a comment. Okay, it's working for a guy. Name. Although I'm tetraplegic, okay, I've started to feel normal. Okay, well, good for you. Okay, she just posts her Guardian shit. Be more interesting if she was like Trump. Zach Braff, I used to think everybody must be obnoxious. Probably everyone. Who's that? I don't want to be a little Englander. Colin Parker on EB. Okay, whatever. Bridgerton, in fact, I'm really not interested. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's go back to whatever bullshit she's saying. There's been a couple of Doctor Who references. Oh, wait. I don't remember everything. I think toxicity. Again, no, you're stealing things that aren't yours to put in your weirdo religion. Take your fucking religion and shove it up your ass. I don't need your religion. Stop screaming it at me. The actor who appeared in Disney's Disney Plus Star Wars series Andor, in the boring half, the first half, said she had been encouraged by fans' response to her joining the show. Nobody gives a fuck about your skin color, right? No one gives a fuck about it, darling. There's been a couple of Doctor Who, Doctor Woke references or whatever. I just think we're doing the right thing if we're getting comments like that. Sethu said. Again, how has Snow White done? Are they doing it right too? Because they're woke. Woke just means inclusive. No, inclusive, progressive, and that you care about. But do you care about? I care about. But really, do you care about Christians? Right? Do you care about? Do you care about people who aren't like you, who say, "Look, I have my worldview on morality, which is different from yours. But why can't we both live and let live?" Do you care about them? No, you've got to insert your fuckwit religion in everybody's face all the fucking time. And you know why people like Shooty have to insert their fuckwit religion in everyone's face all the time? Because it's a desperate need for legitimacy. Why do they need legitimacy so much? Because they don't fucking have any. Bottom line, right? They know they're full of shit. They know if you have a penis, you're probably a bloke. Well, progressive, and that you care about, but you don't know. You care about selected people. As far as I know, the core of Doctor Who is kindness, love, and doing the right thing. Is that the core of Doctor? No. Kindness and love. Fuck off. When Doctor Who celebrated 6th anniversary of 20 with some viewers, all of them, criticized the introduction of transgender and non-binary characters. Yeah, again, it was a dumb idea. It was a dumb idea. Addressing with David Tennant's Doctor, realized he has a crush on Sir Isaac Newton. Stephen, who was born in India, moved to northeast of England at a young age, has appeared in Jurassic. She's good, okay? 32-year-old actress made her first appearance Doctor Who last year, playing in Tiny Tinker. And by the way, she was called Monday Flynn. I didn't realize it was spelled Munday. In his first run, Russell Davis said, "I would never do that." Captain Jack was supposed to be Captain Jax, Jax, because it's just like, you know, the average person would be like, what's going on with that? I don't understand. She told Radio Times that after I filmed the episode, Dr. Shona Russo said he kept seeing me and shooting on the screen and thinking, God, these two are so much chemistry, and we need to fire Millie Gibson. So, she's being awfully white and awfully straight, right? We are really equals in that way, and that we interact with each other. No, Verada, you are if you talk about you and Shooty, you are definitely the superior actor of the two. Right? It's not even a close run thing. Russell wonders somebody can push back again and not be in awe of this all-powerful being. I would never be in awe. I think, well, let's look at this clip again. Do I still have the clip? Like, how could you be in awe? Fucking loser. All right? Which is how I would describe. I'm in the wrong folder, that's why. How I would describe it. Do I have the Doctor Who's essential new trailer. Where was it? No. I think I got rid of that annoying clip where they're like changing clothes. No, you don't see them change clothes. Premiere, no, I don't have any more. Okay, fine, whatever. Seems like the new episode of Doctor Who are bright and energetic. I think they probably are. With one of the Interstellar song contests, including camera from TV's TV personality Ryan Clark. I'm like dreading that episode. Right? She also spoke of Whiplash inducing experience taking on the most coveted and high-pressure role in British television. I was dropped in the filming within 2 weeks of being told I had it. So I had a lot of confusion and stress that Belinda is going through. It's not hard to work out. Especially this like brainless version of the show. I don't want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, April Fools. I'm assuming these are both April Fools jokes, but let's find out, right? Doctor Who cancelled as new Amazon deal confirms. Rebranded Doctor Who reboot. Okay, yeah, this is fake. Groundbreaking move set to reshape one of the most beloved institutions. The BBC and MGM Studios have announced a major new partnership that will see Doctor Who come to an end in its current form and be reborn under a new bold title, Doctor Who, with the DR Who. Following the epic finale May on BBC One and iPlayer, the long-running series will close the doors of the current incarnation entitled Wish World and the Reality War. Yeah, I think that we all agree that's happening. The two-word finale promises, it's a three-word, reality-shattering conclusion for Ncuti Gatwa. I mean, look, honestly, Anita Dobson being a bi-generation of the Rani is a sort of like super shit idea they would do. Right? It really is. The two finale promises reality-shattering conclusion Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor will mark definitive end to Time Lord's life with no regeneration to follow. That's actually been a rumor that he does die. But the end is just the beginning. The show will be relaunching under a new timeline, a fresh face. The first Doctor companions fully reimagines the origin story for a modern audience now under the simplified title Doctor Who. I mean, that's really kind of what they have to do. It really is. Doctor Who has always been about change, and this one is massive. While I'm heartbroken to be saying goodbye, I'm also genuinely curiously where Doctor Who goes next. I mean, God, I hope it can't get any worse. We said that last time. Whatever happens, I hope there's still running involved. Rusty David Showrunner added, surprise, Series 15 was always going to be the end of our journey into film. You lying cunt. And I know this is fake, but you would lie like this. If this was real, this is what you'd be saying, because you're a lying cunt. A full stop, no reaction, no loopholes. Whatever happens next is a new beginning. New version is brave and bold and completely bonkers. I wish the new team the very best as they pick up the baton. Again, did this report just fall from a time hole in the future? It seems so genuine. Oh, if only. Tim Davis, this marks the end of an era and the beginning of something truly different, but at the same time, but also the same. With Doctor Who, you said that before in your line, where taking the opportunity to speak to a new generation, while still running the depths of storytelling. No, you're not, and imagination that have defined the show for decades. Oh God, how many more of these? I don't find. So Vernon Sanders, head of television at Amazon, said that we're thrilled to join forces with BBC in launching Doctor Who, a sleek, modern reimagining of the world's most iconic sci-fi one of the world's most iconic properties. The simplified titles reflect our goal to brand them more accessible to a younger global audiences. It's Doctor Who for the TikTok age. Fuck off. And we think it's going to be something truly special. It's hurting me. So what's the synopsis? The first Doctor will be announced shortly. We're filming in later 2025. Synopsis: when a brilliant and unpredictable teenager, Susan, four-person, begins raising eyebrows in her school. Two concerned teachers, Babs Wright and Iona Chesterton, obviously lesbian lovers, follow her to a central London, to a central learning archive. They're hidden in a restricted section of a strange purple police box, and a half-human traveller going by the name Doctor. Doctor Who concludes with "Wish world everywhere." Making 60 years journey comes to an end. Making way for Doctor Who again. I'm pretty sure that's April 1st, right? April 1st, and there was another one as well. Is this the same thing? Amazon's Doctor Who reboot cast Harry Styles as the first Doctor. This is also April 1st. Okay, you're really pushing it at this point. I've never seen Harry Styles. Is he a musician or an actor? BBC and Amazon and MGM Studios are trying to confirm that Harry Styles will take on the lead role in the upcoming reboot of the long-running sci-fi series, newly reimagined under the title Doctor Who. Following the conclusion, blah, 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 Harry Styles has said, I've always loved the stories that explore time, identity, and adventure. Taking on Doctor Who is an enormous honor. I can't wait to travel through time. It's going to be something other than a tour bus. Okay. Gatwa debates. Harry's going to be brilliant. He's a man dressed like he's halfway across the vortex, and he before he even steps foot in the TARDIS. I can't. You make me crazy. None of this is real. Who is Harry Styles? That's a reasonable question. Harry Styles. So who is he? Is he Harry Styles is an English singer, songwriter, and actor. Oh, so he's a musician. Fine, he's a singer. Would he be good as Doctor Who? I don't know. Maybe he would be. I really don't know. Right? I really don't know.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.